Look, we've all said things we regret, but what we don't say can hurt us even more, sometimes quite literally. Everyone has a secret, and keeping it bottled up can do more than just confuse your friends. We're only as sick as our secrets. That's a phrase often used by Alcoholics Anonymous, but it can easily apply to anyone, whether they're an addict or not. No matter what your secret is, keeping it can take a mental and even physical toll. This is because several parts of the brain are involved in secret keeping. The anterior cingulate cortex is wired to support honesty and help you respond to your environment in an appropriate way. But the prefrontal cortex is responsible for decision-making and predicting outcomes. So if it senses that revealing a secret could have consequences, it will send signals to keep you from sharing whatever it is you're hiding. This internal conflict can activate a stress response and spike the stress hormone cortisol. When that happens, things can get pretty difficult mentally, and your body may wind up paying the price. There's a difference between keeping something private and keeping something a secret. Hesitating to bring up family drama at work is one thing. Sleeping with a coworker and not telling anyone for fear of repercussions is another. The big difference is that a secret is something you feel you need to hide, even from people you're close to, and even when not saying it out loud makes you uncomfortable. And while hiding a secret in a given moment is hard enough, it can be even more stressful to carry it with you after the fact. According to a 2024 article in the journal Current Directions in Psychological Science, your mind will keep dwelling on the secret over and over. As that goes on, it can make you feel ashamed and lonely, and even affect your sense of self. Over time, this kind of stress can lead to anxiety and discontent, and even affect your connections to the people around you. Part of the problem here is that secrets rarely have a finish line. There might never be a point where it feels safe to share it, so it just weighs on you without any sign of relief. And even if no one finds out, the secret will continue to linger in your mind. And because you don't share it with anyone, the support from others that people usually count on when they're stressed isn't an option.
You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud.
You know all those feelings of shame, guilt, and low self-worth we just mentioned? Well, it turns out those don't just stay in your head. The stress hormones keeping a secret generates can actually lower your immune system's effectiveness and increase the likelihood that you'll get sick. In small doses, stress can actually help your body by giving you a temporary boost in energy and immunity. But when stress becomes chronic, the Journal of Clinical Medicine reports that causes cortisol to release constantly, which has the opposite effect. The prolonged stress of keeping a secret can actually make it harder for your body to fight infections or respond to vaccines. It can also increase your susceptibility to conditions like heart disease, diabetes, depression, and anxiety, which are linked to proteins in the body that stress increases. Eventually, your body may even become less responsive to cortisol itself, which can raise the risk of autoimmune disorders. Keeping a secret can be hard work, but it certainly won't spare you all the other responsibilities you have day to day. So on top of the stress of hiding something, you still have to deal with work, your family, and your social life. And no matter how much that effort wears you out, it can still take a toll on your circadian rhythm. Too often, the times when all you want to do is wind down and go to sleep are when your mind starts spinning the most, and a secret is a perfect thing for it to zero in on. When you're lying awake with nothing to distract you, you'll start to ruminate on the secret and all the things that could happen if it ever got out. The more you dwell on it, the harder it will be to relax and fall asleep. And this isn't just a problem for adults. A 2017 study in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research found that teenagers are also affected by the stress of secrecy. And that's no surprise given how much teens keep from their parents. The study found that the more secretive the teens were, the worse they felt about those secrets. That emotional burden naturally interfered with their ability to sleep at night. It's no secret that chronic stress can raise your blood pressure. The adrenaline and other hormones your body releases under stress cause you to retain sodium. In turn, that extra sodium leads to fluid retention, which puts more pressure on your blood vessels. So you can probably see how the long-term stress of keeping a secret could eventually lead to hypertension. While this is true of any kind of secret, a 2012 study by the International Journal of Family Medicine found that people experiencing gender dysphoria often deal with the physical consequences of stress. When compared to a group of men seeking general medical treatment at a clinic, a group of people born genetically male that went to the same clinic for gender-affirming hormone therapy had significantly higher rates of hypertension. Of course, gender is just one of many parts of the human experience that can complicate someone's ability to openly express their identity. What this study suggests is that if there's a truth under the surface that hasn't fully come to light yet, your cardiovascular system could feel the effects. Sharing a secret can be incredibly hard. For one thing, you have to deal with whatever consequences telling the truth might bring about. And on top of that, learning someone else's secret can be a burden in itself, so some people hesitate to confide in anyone to avoid putting others in a difficult position. But telling secrets can also be incredibly freeing, especially if the people you tell respond with empathy or help you find a path forward. This kind of connection can make you feel less alone and reduce the emotional toll of secrecy. In fact, simply opening up might help you stop obsessing over the secret. For some, confession can even be spiritual.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 1 month since my last confession, and these are my sins.
But if you're not Catholic, there are other ways you can still privately ease the stress your secret's causing. For example, Scientific American reports that expressive writing can help undo a lot of the physical and mental tolls keeping a secret takes. So that could be a great first step. Take a deep breath and get your secrets on paper. It might just change your whole relationship to the truth.